Because I'm no longer taking clients, I get a lot of questions about who I would refer to. And I'm going to start a little, it'll be an interesting experiment looking through advisors' websites randomly. And I'm going to do this here maybe even today because there. I'm going to start with Jazz Wealth. I'm a huge fan of Dustin Tibbetts. Dustin is my man, without question. I consider him a friend. I've never met with him personally. One of these days, I'm going to drive down there to Florida. Oh, heaven forbid I go to Florida and do work so we can do a video jointly together. And I'm going to share with you one of the reasons I love Dustin and the folks at Jazz Wealth. A, because I love the YouTube videos. B, I'm telling you, when I first started the idea of doing a YouTube channel, I typed in borrow from my 401k, and everybody and their mom said, "Don't do it! You're stupid!" Blah. Now, see, I had modeled it. I had modeled it in my book. This right here, strategic money planning, because I borrowed from my 401k, and I said, I just don't get why all these people are so. I mean, I get it, but there's a reason. Anyway. Long story short, so I was doing a search on that, and I said, there's no one talking about when it's okay to borrow from a 401k, except my man Dustin. Are there other people? Probably. Have I found them? No. So I said, man, this is the only guy who's talking about it. And that's why I said there's an opportunity here for real financial planning with financial sense. And, of course, at that point, I had to leave my other firm because there's no way my boss would allow me to go on YouTube and yap the way I do. But anyway, which is too bad, because I think a lot of good financial planners are out there being kept in the dark or keeping their knowledge in the dark for fear of compliance, FINRA, their own bosses and whatnot. It's too bad. This doesn't help the average consumer. So anyway, I said, screw all that. I'm going to start going on YouTube and talking what I want to talk about, bar none. But I can't take clients because at that point, in theory, you could be regulated to no end to saying, hey, you're providing it. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to mess with that at all. So I'm not taking clients. Anyway, Dustin is, and he still says stuff that is unique, a different approach, and still absolutely fine when it comes to financial planning. But I want to share with you one thing, that one of the reasons I love Dustin and Jazz Wealth is right here. You ready? This is the front page, jazzwealth.com. You ready? Scroll down. What? The fees are on the front page of his website. That's crazy. Crazy. He puts the fees on the front page of his website. What a breath of fresh air. So I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to go to NAPFA, NAPFA, National Association of Personal Financial Advisors, the cleanest wind-driven snow group of financial planners, of which I'm a member. I will not going to lie to you. And again, we'll see what the future holds. And I'm just going to randomly pick a bunch of advisors' websites, and I'm going to see where they show the fees. And if they don't show the fees on the website, wrong answer. That's not transparent. And the thing that I'm telling you right now, they're all going to say they're transparent. They're all going to say they sit on the same side of the table as you. They're all going to say that if you make money, they make money, like Ken Fisher's ads do. They're all going to say that. And then you can say, okay, what are the fees? And you can't find it. You got to look at their SEC ADV form. No one wants to look at that crap. They'll say, give us a call. We'll give you a personalized free consultation, free portfolio review. Screw that stuff, man. Screw that. No, I don't want any of that. I want to know what your fees are. What your fees are. And we're going to go over that because I tell you, I am not going to mince words here. I'm going to make myself, whoever starts watching this in my business is going to hate me, because we need to hold these people accountable. We need to hold them accountable. We need to say, hey, look, you got to get paid. I get that. Just divulge what your payments are, what your fee schedule is. That's fine. If you can't justify your fee, like I was telling you about this lady, husband, nicest guys in the world, husband and wife up in California, they had a Charles Schwab guy. I said, just go ask him what your fees are. They went down there, and the Schwab guy hemmed and hawed. I said, dude, what's the flipping fee? And it turns out he told him one thing. I said, that's all in. And it turns out it wasn't all in. So long story short, he couldn't give him a dollar amount. That's Schwab. Schwab's a good firm. Why are you hemming and hawing? You're hemming and hawing because you don't find value in what you're charging. That's what it is, without question. Dustin, on the other hand, he says right here. Now look at this. $250,000 or above is 0.49 basis points for Dustin and his team. Vanguard is, I think, 35,000, 0.35 or something like that. Yeah, I get some people say, well, Vanguard's bigger. So yeah, okay. Vanguard isn't. I'd take Dustin 100 times out of 100 over Vanguard. Why? Because Dustin is a guy, is a dude who's doing his own stuff, where Vanguard is being told what to do. And I like Vanguard. I had a lady email me the other day. Should she go to Vanguard? Sure, absolutely. But for $250,000 at 49 basis points, which you can see right on the front end, $100 minimum monthly, not monthly, $100 minimum annual fee. He charges 1.5 of the first $25,000. My friends, that is absolutely reasonable. Why? Because the compliance that is there for him to help you with 25,000. I'm telling you, I've been in this business a long time. Some of the biggest pains were the small accounts. I'm telling you right now, and you weren't getting paid to deal with the hassle and the compliance nightmare there could be. Some of the biggest issues when it came to compliance were a small account with a $6,000 Roth IRA. People email and said, you didn't invest my money. I'm telling you right now, I've been in this business a long time. You ask any advisor, sometimes gives you the biggest accounts, the biggest headaches, and the biggest compliance liabilities. And it's not the guys with $8,000 billion. A lot of times the guys with $12,000 in IRA. And so for Dustin to charge 1.5% on $25,000, that's what, $300, something like that, $375. That's nothing, man. And getting a guy personal advice from Dustin, and then 100,000 to 250, 75 basis points. I'm telling you right now, I'm a fan. Without question, I'm a fan. And then you get all his stuff that he does. I love it. The fact that he has a YouTube channel where he talks. Now, look, he goes through a lot more SEC stuff than I do. SEC is the Security Exchange Commission, because I'm not taking clients, and he is got to make sure everything's on the up and up with the SEC, which is fantastic. But the fact that he does that, and he does a due diligence to make sure the SEC is approving it, and he still gives his personal opinion on things that are outside of boilerplate, off-the-shelf, cliched crap. I love it. I love it. And the fact, we scrolled down to his website, the fees right there. I love it, man. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan, Dustin. If you're looking for somebody, in terms of running your money, I'm not sure. I think Dustin would admit he's probably not the biggest financial advisor when it comes to actual financial planning, estate planning, taxes, and like what I do here. He would not disagree with that. But when it comes to running your money and having a go-to person who you know is there that you can trust to manage your accounts, and you're not getting killed in fees, man, Dustin, man. I'm just curious. Let's see what the portfolios are. And I don't know how to invest. Let's see. Here's a Jazz Mild Aggressive ETF. So imagine he's got some ETFs in there. Look, he gives you this one I like too. Dustin, to his credit, he gives you the performance as of the end of the month, updates all the time. To his credit now, he had a hard time with the SEC being able to put this out there. SEC is like, I don't know so much, but he was able to get it done, and he spent the money to get the SEC to approve it. And he said, here's my performance. Look at it right there. We can go back to details. Doesn't tell us how I'm not sure what he's invested in. He invests in ETFs and whatnot. So you'd have to talk to him about that. But there you go. There's his performance. Date funded August 31st, 2009. So since year to date is up 8.03, but I don't know what this is. I'm not sure what that would be. That'd be something for you to talk to Dustin about. But if a mid-aggressive fund was developed anyway, you can see this stuff. I love it. So I'm just curious what events he's got going on too. Other advisors by mutual, blah, blah, blah. And he's got his radio show. We got Charlie Parker was saying, you've got to learn your instrument. Yep, a Jazz Wealth. All right. Oh, there we go. How to use moving averages. That's interesting. Yeah, see, yeah. Right here, look at that event, 8 to 8 p.m. to 8:30. How to use moving averages correctly. Yeah, Dustin's a trader by his interest, that's for sure. So when it comes to trading, and I told Dustin, I said, man, I hope you do more videos on trading, because I think there's a lot of crap out there on trading, and from people who I wouldn't trust to save my life. But Dustin's not that guy. So I hope he does some videos on trading, active management, hedge volatility stuff and things of that nature. I think that'd be pretty helpful for a lot of people out there. But anyway, so that's Dustin at jazzwealth.com. So going back, You want to see the fees on the front page, or at least the fees somewhere very easy to find. If it says, for our fees, look at our SEC ADV. No. I don't want to look at your stupid SEC ADV. I want you to explain them up front, because you're saying you're so transparent. You're saying you're fiduciary. If you're a fiduciary and you don't have your fees front and center for all to see, I don't get. See this whole, I get so many people email me, my friends, are you a fiduciary? I know, look, I get that's cliched. I get it. Everyone wants to know, are you a CFP, now it's a fiduciary. I'm just telling you right now, just because someone says they're fiduciary doesn't mean anything. It does not. Anyone can say they're fiduciary. I know you're not supposed to. I get that. But just because someone says they're fiduciary, it doesn't mean anything. If they're saying, hey, I'm a fiduciary, and they don't disclose their fees front and center for you to see, I don't see how you can say that. I just don't. And I'm sure there's some of my friends in here who say, Josh, shut the hell up. You're pissing us off. Look, man, there's nothing wrong disclosing your fees. If your fees are, if you're charging a valuable service that you can hang your hat on, why would you not disclose those? I just don't get it. Dustin is. Other people are showing another guy here in just a second up in Northern Virginia does the same thing. They're showing their fees because they find it is valuable to their clients, and they want their clients to know right on the front end how much it costs. So that's Jazz Wells. Stick with me. I'm going to show you another guy up in DC who I like quite a bit, and then we're going to do some random. Yeah, it's going to be painful, but I got to do it. I got to do it for you guys. I got to do it. So stay tuned. We'll see you next time. Thanks.